Alright, so how to deal with that. I can't do anything. These Apple products suck. I tell you. I'm gonna do this though, this time. I'm gonna put it like that. I think it feels a little close, honestly. I don't know if you can see downward. What's going on here? Oh, it's all tilted as far down as it can go already. Well, I'd have to like actually bend the wire. Oh, that's too much. Oh my goodness, what am I? It was good before, dude. It was good before, bro. What's going on here, guys? I feel like it's gonna fall out halfway through the reading. I feel like I have to be like, I don't know. I'm just trying different angles right now. You gotta tell me if it's good or not. Can you see my face? I hope so. I'm gonna still try and fix this one though. So I can actually, like how? I can't do anything because there's too much space taken up. Where's the space? Where is it? I am horrible at this stuff, people. So I don't know. I'm good. I'm okay with the tarot cards. Photos. I think we have to empty the photos somehow. Photos. Wait a minute. There we go. I put these ones in here, so did I already back them up? I hope so. Oh my gosh. I think I did. Let's just go for it. I don't know. I'm gonna do that later. We'll just use this one camera and hopefully it's good. Move it up a bit more so we got like more room to play with, I guess. That's probably good, right? It's gonna get, I'm gonna close this door a bit more. If you hear that like weird noise in the that's the water main that burst. What a weird day. I was trying to like, yeah, at first I thought it was the water main that like sprayed all over my thing. 4 of Wands and the 7 of Swords reversed. Oh, 4 of Wands is kind of like battle-y. So your question, the thing about you in particular out of them is I don't really know if you're a man or a woman. But this is talking about having some anxiety about building something. 6 of Wands reversed. Nine of Stars, 7 of Wands, 10 of Pentacles reversed. King of Stars reversed. Ten of Pentacles. And the 9 of Pentacles. The 10 of Pentacles reversed though. So they're trying to like, oh. Weird, because it's like a King of Pentacles with no pentacles, trying to come off as, trying to posture as with the 7 of Wands. It's like a posturing as someone who knows what the fuck is going on, or what, you know, like the has it all together, right? Nine of Pentacles. But they don't have shit. Or whatever, they're not, I wouldn't say they're disingenuous, it's just that, like, feels like kind of like a fake it till you make it kind of deal right there. 7 of Wands, 4 of Wands, 6 of Wands. Some of Swords, sorry. Some of Swords reversed. So it's almost like some kind of like, I don't know. 10 of Swords. Why? Something like that. Or they're lying to themselves. Maybe they don't feel like they're at a particular stage where they're able to, like, they don't have their 9 yet. They feel like they don't have anything, maybe. I don't know. I don't know, your questions, like, the thing about the questions is, like, the less detail it is the less, it's like, holy smokes, you know? You can go in any direction. Not ready to build, perhaps? Because I'm in that particular situation, too, where it's like, I don't have enough, I know that it's not practical, you know? So, as a male, anyway, you know? I hope my hair is not too crazy, guys. I need to get a haircut pretty quick here at some point. So I don't know. Like they don't know what to do. They don't know how to find themselves out of the failure, right? They're lost in it. 7 of Swords reversed. It's like a struggle with actually, like, knowing, like, what how to it's like, you know, battling with that point, struggling, battling with it. Like, will I ever get a home? Will I ever get, like, the ability to do that? Because they're blocked by the money, perhaps? That seems to be a bigger issue, maybe? Perhaps so. Maybe it's not as nefarious as what I originally described, you know? Maybe it's just simply that they kind of feel like a failure, and that's kind of like where, I don't know, on either side, we have to all be understanding, you know? Of, like, it can't be like, what would you say? Can't be the Knight of Wands downward to the right, right? Stingy. You can't be, like, stuck and stingy on the, like, I don't know. It's like we can't expect perfection out of everything and everyone, you know? But some people do get stuck there. Four of Rings, 2 of Swords. gold. I'm a little distracted. A little distracted. Okay, Queen of Rings. I think this is describing like the childhood or something of some of these Knights of Wands reversed, right? Just like an unstable like kind of upbringing there, nurturing cycle. They didn't see. There was like a, you could say lack, but you could say like, I would just say battle with that. Battle with a temperance over top of like what was like exposed to them, taught to them when they were younger. Mainly coming from the male side, it seems, you know? Reversed Knight of Wands versus the Queen of Rings. It's like that's what's upsetting the household in a lot of those cases. So we end up feeling like failures as men, and it's like, that's what I mean about like, you need to be a little bit generous. Generous instead of stingy. Generous to these people that like, especially if it's like a guy and you're the woman and you're like going towards the guy, it's like you're gonna kind of have to be like if he shows the promise, you know, it's kind of like you gotta be forgiving. Don't don't do too much. Don't do all of it, right? Like just only push them so far, you know, even if they don't have all the pizzazz, right? The moon. The wise one. Nine of Swords. So that's exactly what I thought was gonna happen, or something along those lines. It's talking about like them realizing themselves, something that they don't, that is like within them all. It's just like they can only get there when their swords are full, essentially. The Nine of Swords upright, right? Like, so when they have like this clear vision of themselves, that's when that kind of unlocks itself within the men. It's a logic point, but the logic leads back around to like, I don't know how to describe it. So it's like up to, it's again, it's like the point, let's move on. The point the point, well, let's continue. The point is that like, you have to kind of like question the quality of like, rather than like, will this person yada yada come and make them their way back in or whatever, right? It's like, what's driving me to like long for that in the first place? You know, that's what I mean about the Nine of Swords. It's where you need to become clear about that within yourself, pretty much. This is a point probably that you're missing. The wise one, self-directive activity, right? You don't need, you know how to direct everything within yourself, right? Paired that with the Nine of Swords, it's like this unstoppable kind of intellect. Intellect. Ace of Stars, the Tower. Ace of Stars. I don't know. Two of Swords reversed. That same too. Same too. It's reversed though. I think what it's talking about is like it has to do with like I think it's talking about value. Do you know what I mean? Like, you see things clearly when you remove, like, it's almost like the difference between, like, if you look at this Wise One card, it's like different generations sitting here around a fire, right? It's like the older one, the young one, and the middle-aged person, right? And, when you remove the differences with the Ace of Stars in the way that you view things, this has to come down. This tower has to be removed. It's like seeing things as worse. The Ace of Stars downward. That's how you can become like, that's what's standing in the way of this, right? Essentially. And it's like the Nine of Swords is like the clarity, or like it's like your higher intellect, you'd say, where you're acting clearly without like the ego getting in the way and whatnot, right? If the Emperor is reversed, then that would be like a totally corrupted ego in essence, and that's what it's like stemming out of, essentially, is where you view things as lesser than. Ace of Stars reversed, Two of Swords. That's your primary, that's like your kind of like mode of operations, how you view it in your mind, right? So that has to be removed with the Tower to get to that clarity and spin your Emperor, spin your Wise One around. I think that's the end of this one. I think that's the end of this one. I'm just going to stop it and start a new one here. So, I hope you enjoyed that one. Was it? Yeah. Oh, maybe that's not the end. That's not the end. We didn't finish. We didn't solve the issue, right? Just completely. You're just throwing on for such a like a simple question, right? I think it's like, because I don't know. Three of Moons sideways, Page of Moons sideways. They're opposing each other. Yeah, this is probably about them. Three of Moons sideways, Page of Moons. It's probably something to do with like how, I don't know, I've noticed a lot in like the dating and all that cycles and all that. Oh my gosh. Nine of Moons, Queen of Pentacles. I don't know if you're a man or a woman, but this looks like they're struggling. They're trying to find something. They're trying to find like, it's almost like something easy that's going to I don't know. If it was if you're a woman and they're a man, then it's like mama's boy type. Something like they're trying to find like the love of a mother or whatever, right? But they can't seem to find it, so it's like that's what they're struggling to look for, find, or whatever. But on the other, maybe on the other side, let's see. Let's see. If you're a woman, or if you're a man and they're a woman, maybe it's talking about struggling to like, I don't know, the Page of Moons there kind of like changes it for that aspect a little bit. Or maybe they just like are not wanting to like grow up, take on the responsibility of providing the love, essentially, in that sense. So it's like they're shirking that. Ace of Wands. It's like, yes. One of the two. One or the other, right? So I think maybe that's that. I don't know. I'm totally lost in the dark in a lot of those cases. So hopefully it's more entertainment than me getting things right, and just trying to like help out, I guess, in one way or another, right? So I don't know. It makes me want to keep going. Should I keep going? Keep going with the Ace of Wands. Oh my gosh, that's that wise one again. Reversed. The Seven of Swords and the Empress. Huh. So maybe they are a woman? I don't know. You're maybe like laughing at me trying to figure this out, but I don't know, guys. I should take this dog out for another walk, but I don't want to. I want to just sit and record stuff all night. Hopefully I can. I get tired pretty quick, but seems like these questions are motivating me a little bit to do more. Wait a minute, what am I doing here? That struggle, that's that way. That was like this, right? And then this like this. One more thing. Ow. Oh. Because it's the Emperor and the Empress. No way. Wow. I just noticed that now. They're both reversed. Seven of Swords. Right, one more thing. What is it? What is the one more thing? With the Page of Wands? What is the one more thing? So it's always like kind of like, yeah, if you're not in it doesn't matter. Like the point I'm trying to make with the whole will they or will they not, like kind of deal, right? Those types of questions, in my perspective, they always are lending to a point of incompleteness within oneself. So like if you're incomplete, that's the only thing that's going to kind of like, you're only going to like, I wouldn't say that, but like it's like that's where the inequality kind of comes out of. There's an inequality. It's like, I wouldn't say it's bad. It's just like friction, the friction is coming from the Seven of Swords, right? Between the two elements within the relationship, or the however you want to call it, right? So it's like that's what you need to make peace, in essence. Peaceful action, agreement, rather than like this, like, I don't know what you would call it in this case, but it's like that's the friction, right? That causes that equation to happen. So, yeah, you kind of want to build it upon an agreement, and like that's something that grown-ups do, or mature people do, right? So it really is like, if you don't see that kind of element within the person, I guess it's male or female, if they don't have their Queen of Pentacles and their Nine of Moons action here, then with that, they're not struggling with that kind of like being able to bring that full kind of like growth and nurturement to the whole thing all the time, regardless, right? It's like that's what they have that kind of like level of maturity within them. Obviously people have hard days, but it's like it comes from being a completed person, right? That maturity comes from that. So it's like, that's kind of what you want to look for. And not like, oh, it would be so great if I had somebody with me kind of deal, right? You don't need to like rely on these external to get the answer you want to hear, right? But I'm trying to be a realist, you know? You don't want to get that ace covered up, right? And get rid of the 7. All right, I think that's yours. I don't know how long that is, but I think that covers mostly everything I want to say. I guess if you have follow-up questions, I'm going to start saying that from now. If you have follow-up questions, you can DM me any follow-up questions or like maybe clarifying something about it, and I'll try and like figure it out to link it back to like, I'll just like make an addendum or something like that at some point. And I don't know. I'll try to keep it organized. I don't know. At some point, I think like if too much questions, or I don't know, the Reddit community seems to really like asking tarot questions. So I figure like it's not gonna be hard to get new questions. I don't know. Even if you guys like these ones, then you can ask multiple ones. I suppose I'll try to answer those for you too. We'll figure it out. We'll just work with what we got until I finish those. See if I can keep my work ethic high. All right. I'm gonna close that one.